Hello students, today we are going to start part 2 of the chapter function. So the first topic is flow of execution. It means the order in which the statements are executed when a program is run. That is, when we run the Python program, first which statement will be executed and next which statement will be executed. The execution in any program starts with the main function. In other languages like C, C++, and Java, we have the main function which tells the control that execution is to be started from that point, even if the main function has so many other user-defined functions inside it. But in case of Python, we don't have such main function, but whereas the unintended region is known as the main part. So in Python, the execution begins from first statement in a top-down manner in a normal program. And this underscore underscore name underscore underscore is a built-in variable and it returns the name of the module. Two underscores are put before the name of the variable and two underscores are after it. It is a convention to write the name of the built-in variable like this, and by default it is in the module main. So let us learn some things about it practically. Now here we have created a function divide and we have passed two parameters here a and b, which is performing the division of two numbers, and then it is printing the result as c. Then we call the function and we give the two parameters or arguments as 10 and 5. Then after calling the function we have given a print statement underscore underscore name underscore underscore. So when the function will execute or you can say when the program will execute, what it will do is first it will start the execution from the function calling. This is the main, that is the unintended region is the main for Python. So when it here sees the function calling, it goes to the function definition. Now the value of a is 10 and the value of b is 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2, so it will give us the result as 2. So the first statement will be 2 or 2.0, and then the next statement says print underscore underscore name underscore underscore. So when we run this file, let us see what is the output. Here the output is 2.0 and main. First is the output of this print statement and second is the output of this print statement. It means we are working in the module main. And when we will import this program somewhere else, then the module name will change. Let us see how. Now here we have taken a new file and let us import this file here. The name of this file is sum, and then we say print Now in this case what we have done is we have imported the file and then we have called the function with the different values 100 and 4. So what it will do is first it will, after importing this sum file, then the print statement is there divide 104. So first what it will do is it will go to this function. It will calculate the value of the c with the help of these values only. Then it will come back again here. Then it will call this divide function and perform the operations in this file and then give the result after dividing 104, and then it will give the name of the module, and here also the name of the module will be given after the 10 is divided by 5. Let us check the output. So first we need to save the file. Now run the file. Now you can see here the output. First we have imported the sum file here, so it will go to this file, divide 10 by 5, answer is 2. So here 2.0 will come. Then it will print the name of the module. Since this file was imported, so now the name of the module has become sum. So the name of module will come sum. Then it will go to this print statement. Here the function divide has been again called but with different values. So here it will go again to this function divide 100 by 4 and give us the answer as 25. Since the function is not returning any value, that is why it has written here none. It has given the output none, and then it says print underscore underscore name underscore underscore. So here the name of the module of this module, which is divide, is main. Here we are working in the main module, that is why the answer of the module is, that is the name of the module is main here. I hope this part is clear to you. Have is program execution. During the normal program execution, the control moves from first step to second step to third and then to the last one. But when we are executing a function, so the control goes to the function body only when the function is called. Like here we have created a function and the operation which is being performed, that is known as the function body. And then we have the calling statement of the function sum. Till we write down the function definition and the function body, and if we run this program, it will not give us any output. The program will execute only when the calling function is encountered. As soon as the control starts from the calling function, it transfers the control to the definition part of the function and then its statements in a sequence. Next we have is the types of functions, that is void and non-void functions. Void means empty, that is the functions which do not return any value to the calling function. So here we have two examples. We have both the functions as the same, but we see here that there is no return statement, neither in this nor in this. The only difference between both the functions is that one function is taking the parameters, whereas the other function is not taking any parameters. Next is non-void functions. Non-void means those functions which are not empty, means they return some value to the calling function. Again we have the same function here, and we see that in both the function a return statement is there, return z here also and return z here also. So this value is being returned to the calling function, and there is a variable assigned to the calling function which will store the value of z in it. Here also the difference is that the first function is taking the parameters, whereas the second function does not take any parameter. Let us understand this thing with the help of an example. So here we are creating the same function def add x comma y print z. Now in this function we have passed the parameters when we have defined the function. So the parameters are x and y. So since we have given the parameters, we need to give some values which can be literals, expression or variables. So in this case let us give the value as 10 and 12. So this is the function which accepts the parameters, but there is no return statement, and we are passing the values at the time of function calling. Let us save this file and check it. So here you can see that the answer is 22. The 10 and 12 value has gone to the function. So the value of x becomes 10 and the value of y becomes 12. 10 plus 12 equals to 22. So it prints and give the answer as 22. So this is an example of a function which accepts the parameters, but it is not returning any value. So when a function is not returning any value, it is a void function. Now let us do the same function without accepting the parameters. So here let us remove the parameters. Since we have removed the parameters from here, so we need not pass the value during the calling time. We have removed the values from here also. So now how the program will get the value? Either user will provide the value or the function will have the value in itself. So let us give the values in the function itself, like we say x equals to 2 and y is equal to 3. And here we can say the sum is z. So in this case our answer is the sum is 5. So no passing of parameters during the function definition and no passing of values during the function calling, and there is no return statement. So we have learned the void functions, in which one is the case in which we pass parameters in the function definition as well as give the values or variable or expression during the function calling, and the other is in which we don't pass parameters during the function definition and also we don't give any values during the function calling. So these both are the void function with the two cases. Okay, now here we have given the value inside the function. This value can be given outside also, like if we don't give the value here, so in this case what we can do is we can take the value from the user also. Like this is our add function, so we can take the value from the user from here. Like we can take a variable a and b and take the value from the user, and then we can use it in the function. But it would be applicable during the parameter passing only. Now the next case is non-void function. Non-void functions means the functions which return some value which are not empty. So here also we have two cases. One is the function which accepts the parameter and returns a value, and other is the function which does not accept the parameter and still returns a value. So in this case let us take first as the function taking parameters. We have taken here two parameters x and y. Z equals to x plus y, print the sum is z, let it remain same. Then we have called the function, and here the print statement, instead of giving the print statement, let us write here the return statement, return z. Now here we are not giving any print statement, so this function add is returning the value of z. Now where this value will go? We have assigned a variable result in which the answer of the add function, that is when the function will be called and whatever the processing is going inside the function, that will be assigned to the variable result, and then it will give us the result. And then we have to give a print statement here, print the result is result. So in this case, since we have given the parameters during the function definition, we have to give the parameters here also. Now if I am not taking the value from the user, then we have to give the value here. But if you are taking the value from the user, then you have to specify the values. We will see that also. First let us check this out. Now you can see it is saying the result is 7. How? Let us understand this. From the keyword def till this return z, this is the function z def. Here it is the function body, and the execution will start from this statement. Here the function is being called, so when the function is being called, it will go to the function definition part. X will have the value 3, y will have the value 4. Now 3 plus 4 becomes 7, and z has now value 7. Now this function is returning the value of z, return z, so it is returning the value 7. So this 7 value will be assigned to the variable result, and we say print the result is result. That is why the result is 7. Now we can do this function with the help of some other thing also. Like here we can, instead of giving the parameters here, we can take the value from the user. Like I say a equals to int input, enter first number. So here we have taken two numbers from the user, and since we are taking the numbers from the user, so we need to give the parameters here. The values are stored in a and b, so we need to give here a comma b. Now let us run this. Now it says enter first number. Let us enter the number as 5, second number as 6, and the result is 11. I hope this function is clear to you. This is a non-void function which is returning some value and taking parameters. Now we will take an example in which the function will not accept the parameters. Since the function is not accepting the parameters, so there is no need to give the arguments at the time of function calling, but it will return some value. So here what we have to do is we have to provide the values inside the function only. So let us give here x equals to 5 and y equals to suppose 8, and we have to delete these statements from here. Now run this statement. The result is 13. 8 plus 5 gives 13. So we have learned here the 4 cases. We have learned 2 types of function. One is a void function. It has 2 cases. That is, one is accepting parameters but not returning any value. Second is not taking the parameters and not returning any value. Then we have non-void function, which is taking the parameters but returning a value, and the next is not taking parameters but returning a value. So we have covered 4 topics in this one. I hope you have understood this topic. Now we have the assignment part. The first question is, write a program to input 3 numbers from the user and find their factorial, power and square root respectively using the math module. So you have to take 3 numbers from the user. For first number you have to calculate the factorial, for the second number power, and for the third number square root. And in this you have to import the math module, and the number can be raised to any power. The second question says, write a program using the function subtract to find the difference of the 2 numbers, and then import this file and check the modules of both programs using the name variable. This topic we have covered in the today's video. You can just see it once again and you will be able to do this question very easily. Third question is, write a function that takes amount in dollars and converts it to rupees. Use both void and non-void forms. In case there is any doubt, you can ask, and I hope this will be clear to you. Thank you.